An incremental update makes these sound great. Let's check them out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out this. This is the Soundpeats Air3 Deluxe HS wireless earbuds. I'll take one out so you can see. They are a simple, elegant design, no ear tips needed, and they are sleek and comfortable. And you notice that I emphasized HS. Why did I do that? Because I previously reviewed the Soundpeats Air3 Deluxe. I really liked them. You can check out that review. But what this does is it's an incremental update for the hardware that adds high-res certified. In fact, they tell me they're one of the first companies to be certified for a half-in earbud with high-res audio. So that's pretty sweet. Now, from the design perspective, these are basically like Apple Earbuds. So if I put them in my ear, they're gonna be mostly sticking out with that little stem sticking down. Here's a close-up so you can see what the heck's going on. And it's already paired, and I'm already listening to music, so I'm gonna have to take this out so I don't get distracted. But suffice to say, super easy to work with, and that high-res audio, if you give it a good source, really gives you nice audio playback. So, some specs. 14.2 millimeter biodiaphragm driver, 20 to 40,000 hertz response, way better than my hearing. Dual mic noise cancellation, so that when you're speaking, when you're on a phone call, which is definitely one of the things you do with these, then it's going to get rid of a lot of the environmental noise. I'll give you a demo of the audio in just a second or two. And like I said, they're high-res certified, which means that they just have a lot of ability to do a really audiophile level music reproduction. They also have game mode, a 60 millisecond low latency. So if you need to use earbuds while you're playing a game, maybe on your phone or your tablet or your computer, whatever, then they will get rid of that latency or delay, which can be really problematic in a game where you hear something behind you, and by the time you've then reacted, you're dead. You've just run out of that game, because what happened is that you didn't hear that sound when the software generated. You heard it some 150 milliseconds later. They solved this by getting you that 60 millisecond super low latency delay. Really cool. Now, each earbud has enough battery on board for 5 hours of playback, and then you get 4 more charges in the case, and it's all really small. The case is super easy to work with. USB-C charging on the bottom. No surprise, it comes with a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. In fact, if we were to do an unboxing, there's not much in here. So because there's not different size ear tips or anything, it's the unit, the wire, a little instruction booklet, and a little intro to the app to help you get the Soundpeats app. Oh, and speaking of Peats, I should introduce you to Peats. Peats is their mascot, and they sent me one. And it's kind of this weirdly heavy thing, and I immediately said to them, oh, that's cool. So what secret features does it have? And they're like, secret features? That's a great idea. We should add some secret features. So Peats doesn't have any secret features, but isn't he cute? So, unfortunately, you can't buy them. Someday, maybe you can, but for now, this is a special limited edition. So let's go back to the earbuds. So IPX4 for the earbuds, which means if you're out and you're sweating, or you're like getting rained on, or it's snowing or something, you're cool. Nothing bad's gonna happen with that moisture. They're also Bluetooth 5.2, which is pretty much the latest and greatest with Bluetooth. And the real advantage of Bluetooth 4 to Bluetooth 5, one of the big improvements is that your individual earbuds now stay in sync so much easier. I don't know if you remember the old days, but it really was kind of a drag. You'd get earbuds like this, and then one of them would lose connection, or the other one would, or they wouldn't know about each other, or you'd have two devices showing up under Bluetooth. All of that was fixed with Bluetooth 5, so you really don't want to go back. But 5.2 is the latest and greatest, giving you more range and better audio quality. They also support AAC, LDAC, and SBC in addition to high res. And AAC is the higher quality audio codec from iPhones and similar devices. So let me give you a demo. And I'm going to give you a demo both of the apps. So let's get this thing recording. So I'm going to give you a demo of both the Soundpeats app, which I can find here somewhere on my phone. Wow. Got a lot of stuff on my phone. There we go. Okay. So right now it's like I can't find anything, but I'm going to take out the earbuds, put them in my ears. There's one, and there's the other. And they're comfortable. They're super light. They seem to stay in pretty well. And you can see in the app that it has now found the earbuds. So I am good to go with the Air3 Deluxe HS. So what can I do from here? Well, biggest thing is to go into settings. And on settings, I can do all sorts of customization. I can do adaptive EQ, where it actually gives you a little mini hearing test and then adjusts the equalization based on your actual hearing. You can also do presets for equalizer. I have bass boost, and I can choose something else. Maybe we can try hip hop, well, just for something different. And you can also do your own custom equalizer if that's what you prefer, but we'll just stick with hip hop. And then game mode, that's what I was talking about. And it has built-in voice with a big echo. So I hear game mode like that, really pretty fun. That gets you down to the 60 millisecond low latency. And one of the things that I find is that sometimes I just adjust them a little bit to get them to be sitting in the right spot in my ear. And I just actually changed and turned on a function because it has all these different tap functions, which is obviously really common. But the problem is I don't always want that to happen. So in fact, hang on a second, let's pause that. Okay, so that's why you could disable touch key, one key functionality. So what that does is it basically says, make these as if they don't have that touch surface. And for people that really like having all those controls because their phone's in their pocket or something, obviously you're not going to do that. But if you're used to doing everything on your phone anyway, it's kind of a nice option to be able to have. And that's pretty much all of the important functionality here. If we go back to the main screen. So this also shows me battery levels, and this also lets me get to firmware and stuff. But what I want to do now is let's go ahead and leave this, and I'm going to go to my voice recorder. Maybe, let's see. Oh, that was the wrong one. Stand by. So there we go, voice memos. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch so that now what you're hearing is you're hearing my voice being picked up by the dual mic system on the Soundpeats Air3 Deluxe HS. And you can decide for yourself what you think, but I think it sounds pretty good. So let me switch back to my regular microphone. And I just have to say, because it's so important, is that the sound reproduction on these is really good. I was listening to some weather report, just classic jazz, and you know, they don't have ANC, so they don't block out all of the environmental noise around you for your listening, so they work better in a quiet environment. But boy, there's just a real precision to the quality of the sound, and a big sound stage and a lot of accuracy. And so the highs they sound pleasant. They're not bright or tinny. The lows, definitely, if you're into something like hip hop or electronica or something, you're gonna love the drop. There's a lot of bass going on here. And obviously I have the EQ set to give me a little bit more bass too. But there's really a lot to like about the audio reproduction. Give it a high-res audio signal from something like Tidal, and you know, it'll just give you an even better sound. But even without the high-res audio, just the regular audio does a really good job. They're very impressive earbuds. So what we do need to talk about is we do need to talk about the price. And there's a little complication. I need to tell you about how they're being launched because they're not quite available yet as I record this video. But before we get to all of that, I'm going to ask if you could subscribe to my channel. Click or tap on that subscribe button, then click on that little bell icon to turn on notifications. We're connected. Super. Now, let's talk about the price and everything. And I really need to take these out because I don't want to keep listening to weather reports. Thank you very much. And let's go ahead and turn off this screen recording. Okay, so these come in black or white, and they're launching on November 18th on Amazon. So right now, if you're watching this before the 18th, you can jump in on an early bird pricing. So you want to be poised and ready, because these are the Soundpeats Air3 Deluxe HS wireless earbuds, and they are $49.99, but with the early bird discounts and everything, they're going to go down to $34.99 at soundpeats.com or amazon.com. It's not available on either right now, but it will be on the 18th. And you can find the discount code in the description of this video. So at a certain point, I'm going to have to remove the discount code because it will no longer work, because it won't be early bird anymore. But for right now, these are really remarkably good sounding earbuds, and very comfortable and very capable, and they're so inexpensive at $34.99, honestly, that if you accidentally lost one and had to replace the whole thing, it's $34.99. It's really incredibly cheap for what it delivers. So also comes in black, as you can see, or white if you prefer the white color. Either way, it's cool. And that's everything I got. I hope you found this interesting, and I'll hope to catch you in my next video.